Right next up on the shopping block is one I've meant to get to a few days ago, just haven't really had the time to do it. And this is as happy 250th America. I believe it was done for 4th of July. Yep, July 4th, 2026. This is by JJ. And, also known as J times 2, or as I have labeled, or J squared, because JJ, I'm, you know the old show, you know it. And she hates that I do that. And, but we do it all in all good fun. So, she also thinks that I don't actually show my face. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Fairly certain this is my real, actual face and real, actual voice. So, let's get to this.
Hey guys, it's JJ. Happy Independence Day. I want to start by saying thank you to all veterans and active duty service members who make our country free. And my condolences to the families whose heroes never made it home. Thank you for your service, and God bless you. My song, We Don't Give In, was inspired by our nation's resilient disaster and the brave men and women who fight for it too. I hope we never forget the sacrifice.
Yeah, first off, there are lip syncing and AI generated videos is notoriously horrendous. As there is one program that I know of that has been said that is good at it, but it's locally run and you gotta basically have top tier specs to run it. And so that's not a that's going to be a given, and that's just it is the way it is. As coming from someone who does come from a military family, and I absolutely feel that. And so, let's go ahead get to it.
250 years of scars, sacrifice, and standing tall. We've been knocked down, counted out, divided, and tested. But every time the storm came, America stood back up. Born in the fire of a rebel's cry, under smoke-filled, dangerous skies, farmers and soldiers took their stand. Freedom written by a steady hand, from Lexington to distant shores, through every battle, every war. The price was paid by brave souls then, so liberty could rise again. Every flag that's waiting hard carries names that never die. We don't give in, we don't break, bend our backs but never our faith. Through the fire, through the pain, we rise up again and again. We don't give in, we don't run, freedom shines like the morning sun. For the red, white and blue, this land stands because they knew freedom's worth fighting for.
Okay, and first off, very different and style of music from the other stuff that I've heard from JJ. Uh, Normally, she does a lot more Latino rap or Latino pop up, a little more in the rap section than the rock. So no, it's very refreshing to hear her. So, not so far liking what I'm hearing, and definitely doing good. And so let's continue.
From beaches stained by wartime rain
a couple things in here, and I can definitely tell this is the free version of Suno. The V4.5 dash all because it's very peaky. I can hear that the levels are being like the recording volume overall is low. And that the or like the levels at which it was recorded and are pushed so high that it's starting to clip. And that's more of an issue with the salt our Suno V4 R.5-all itself. That the fact that it only gives you an MP3 file, which is already a very or rather compressed acid lossy format, and on top of the compression of YouTube. So it's nothing to do with the song itself. Of and that's just kind of the way the cookie crumbles. Oz remastering based off of an MP3 is a bad idea. Especially being as the colloquial, the general advice for part of um, remastering and for AI generated and songs is compressing it, and usually that wreaks havoc on the vocals, at least in my experience. And I could be completely doing something wrong there, but that's been my general experience on that. And so there are ways to try to combat it, and uh, there's usually only so much you can do, especially being as some versions of songs, this is what you're going to get. And this may honestly be the best and closest to what you're trying to get that you're going to get. And so let's go ahead and continue.
Please stand and place your hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And remember the promise our nation was built upon. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. 250 years strong, and we still don't give in.
Okay, now that was absolutely good. Another thing that is purely because of Suno, and I know there are other programs that are absolutely worse about it, and where it stumbled over unalienable. For whatever reason, periodically you'll find where a word or certain words are mispronounced or they get a little stumbled over. That's almost a guarantee of what's going to happen. And from my understanding, that's what's become known as Suno weirdness, as where it just does something weird, it mispronounces something, it stumbles over a word, it kind of crams a couple of words together that shouldn't be. That's entirely at the fault of the program. AI is getting better. There are a lot of things that it used to not be able to do that it can do now. honestly, from a 19-year-old, this is great. 100%. If you want to pick my brain about some of the things that I've learned and how I've grown, because a lot of the things that I've learned are from people who have been actual musicians that actually had their own bands as IRL from based on at least what they claimed, and have gone through teaching me some of the techniques that they've have developed. Some of them will work for me. Some of them I've refined further based on what works best for me and my process. Uh, but if you want to pick my brain about what I do, how I do what I do, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, yeah, no, this was great. I'd love to hear it. And gonna leave a link down in the description. Y'all have a great day.